Oh, you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? Ross here from Parker's Corner, biggest gob in sport. We're going on with a minute, but it's getting too late. Not mind going in about this time of night because it's too late to go out, innit? Too late to be chasing around for out. A bit fine. And too late to be eating anything, so I think it's a hot bath and pot bed for me tonight. But I just want to finish up on this video today. Do miracles really happen in boxing? Do they? I'm not so sure, but I mean, when was the last time we really had an undisputed guy where we ended at 90s and Lennox Lewis and he held it till 03 or something, one of that last run he had. It's over 20 years in it since we've last had an undisputed guy. It's getting on for 25 years since we set out to get one. So 20-year plus. Now, that's a fifth of a century, isn't it? So if you're a massive boxing fan like me, it's like, to me, it's no else is more important than having an undisputed. It's what I believe in all that. We have done for like 20 years, haven't we? We've been listening to these promoters. 20 years they've been promising us this, promising us that. And we all know they tell lies, don't they? 'Cause it's about business. They have to make out that they're doing the best, but really, it's all about what's best for money, not the sport. Which is a problem in it, yeah, because in other sports, it's sports for best for sport, in it, not the money. With this, it's the other way around, isn't it? So we never really get to know who's the best, do we? There's people that never got to fight for world titles, never got to fight for them, that are 10 times better fighters than some of them that do win world titles. That's how pretty messed up it is. It's sometimes boxing, sometimes the sport, whereas the best don't always fight the best. And if they do, the best are usually 10 times better than them that they're saying that it's the best. Does that sound confusing? It is to me. If we get Fury against Usyk, it's got 6 belts. It's never happened before, has it? 6 belts. You know, WBA, WBO, IBF, IBO, WBC, Ring Magazine belt, 6 belts. Usyk's got 5 of them at the moment. Fury's got 1. Let's push them together for one fight. Or let's scatter them now, but just put them 2 together and let them fight. And then they could tell all the commissions and the governing bodies, listen, sling your hook. If we're fighting, we're going to get 1 winner. And let's just see if we can have 4 judges on the night and not 3. Because something's bound to mess up in it. It's like trying to scratch a boil in it for 20 odd years. You're just getting ready to scratch it and it moves, or you lose track of where it is. It's this like oil that pops up on your body for over 20 years. You're trying to pop it off. I don't know where we're going with it. If Usyk and Tyson Fury don't fight, how are we going to know who the best is? And do these Team Fury and Team Usyk, are they bothered about who's the best? Or is everybody just bothered about the money situation? Because the fans want to know who's the best, because we're the ones paying the money, aren't we? Paying the tickets and paying the pay-per-views and following the sport, buying the Ring magazines and the Boxing News, KO magazines, all them magazines and all the stuff that we follow and buy into with time and that. But these people, these money people, these, like the Hearns, the Warrens, the Arams, they've all been around donkeys, haven't they? Aram's been a promoter since 66. Frank Warren's been doing it since 1980. Barry Hearn's been doing it since 87. probably 86. He did a joint show with Mickey Duff on it end of the year, that year, 86, just to see how it went. I think it was in Mickey's name and not Barry's. He wanted a joint job, but I think they did do something late 86 or something. But let's say he's been registered since 87. Good. So Barry Hearn's been at it 36 years, hasn't he? So pushing 37 years. Aaron's been at it 4 years before I was born. I'm 53. So he's been at it 57 years, Bob Aaron. Bricktop's been at it since 1990, but he was putting on officials fights on in his 70s and when he was a kid. So he's always been around it. So these people know about timing and taking it right to depth. Look at the track records. Bob Arum, Manny Pacquiao, and Floyd Mayweather. They fought too late, didn't they? Really, way, way too late. You know, that's just what happens, isn't it? Bricktop's put fights on where we thought we were getting the promised fight, and they've gone on a bit late, haven't they? You know, so Eddie Hills or his dad, they've been doing it for years, haven't they? So are the promoters to blame? Because when I've been in situations with promoters, I used to say things to catch them out all the time. I'd say things like to Dennis, "Oh, Dennis, why don't you put that fight on with that fight? That's a great fight." Yeah, it is a great fight, but if we hold it back, we can get more down line. Yeah, but isn't that a great fight now, Dan? Yeah, but I'll get more down line for it. Yeah, but what about fans? Well, there you go, Dennis's words on my channel. Really, when he had Ricky Hatton, what they wanted to do with Ricky Hatton. They wanted to milk Ricky Hatton, didn't they, and let him get a bit better, and then go for Mayweather. But the father panicked, didn't he? Raymondo, pound note Ray, he panicked. No, let's get it now. Last performance wasn't very good. He would have grown into the weight, wouldn't he? Hatton would have grown into it, that welterweight. You just can't judge him off one fight that was a close one. I don't think you can, that Boston one. So I thought Dennis got a bit of a raw deal there, but greed took over. But if Dennis didn't get a raw deal then, they would have still milked it. They would have milked Hatton, wouldn't they? Maybe they might have milked it too long, because when people get greedy with this milking situation, they forget that it's the fans that are paying, aren't they? I mean, Anthony Joshua, right? He's wrapped up in cotton wool to fight Franklin, and now he's wrapped up in cotton wool again to fight Dylan White. But they're going to keep him earning, and keep charging us £27, aren't they? 27 quid for two gatekeepers. So you've got to pay £10 to join, and it'd be £10 to bail out on DAZN. So you're 27, you've got to join, and then you've got to give a month's notice to bail out, haven't you? You've got to join, then you've got to pay for a month, and you've got to give them a month notice. Is that 57 quid if you want to dive in for 1 month? Or is it 47? Dale Nichols will be able to tell me, you're a pay-per-view expert on Porky Team. Well, these people are going to lie and twist the charlatans, vagabonds off with their heads. They're not bothered about boxing fans, these promoters, and they're the problem. It's not the fighters. Fighters dummies. They want to fight. They just want to get in there and earn coin. It's the people around them. It's the people around them. They're taking liberties with these fighters. Oh, wait there. Oh, get him down line. Oh, do this or that. Oh, let's not do this. Let's not do that. When all the time the sport's being parked up. And it's like nobody's making a stand against these people, are they? Because they all want to work with them. Who in boxing, who's got a lamina, is prepared to stand up to these people? All of them. Who's doing it? People were saying that Simon Jordan were going to do it, weren't they? What has he done? What has he done? Oh, he hasn't, has he? Not done it. They've spoke a good game. When they've had them in that studio, he's only set about Eddie Hearn, hasn't he? He didn't set about Bricktop, did he, when he had him on hook? They're letting Bricktop off the hook, putting Fury in with Ngannou. This should be a massive story, this. They're saying he's the best heavyweight of his generation. I don't personally think so. I think he could be, but he ain't got the CV to match up. Lennox Lewis has got the best CV from this era. Lennox Lewis so far. in this century. Fury's nowhere near. He's not even a third of the way through Lennox's CV. A third, that's it. Now, can he be the best of his era? Of course he can. He's got to do Usyk and Joshua and a couple others, maybe Ergovic, Frank Sanchez, and that other one. You know, Jared Anderson. He needs more wins. He's not like Muhammad Ali for wins, is he? Come on. Foreman, Sonny Liston twice. Fraser twice, Norton twice. These are just the wins. Shaver's done him. Done Ron Lyle, done Cleveland Williams. His last fight were against Trevor Berbick. He was an Olympian and a world champion. Mike Tyson took the belt off. Ali didn't swerve anybody. Roadman killers there were. Loads of them. What we got now? Not got that, have we? We've not got that, but if we did have Fury and Usyk, can you imagine how great that would be? Can you imagine how great that would be for the sport of boxing, eh? Fury and Usyk. 6 belts, baby. One winner. 6 belts on the line. But the powers that be, they can't do it, can they? Because so-and-so wants an extra 4 million. Or what did Fury's want more than? To 4 million on upside or something. Oh, let's say 5. No, let's say 3. 3 to 5 million. Can they spend it? They're setting generations and generations for families, but while they're doing it, they're trampling on boxing fans and trampling on the sport, man. They can't see it. They misjudge the public. Tyson Fury and his dad have misjudged the public. People may scoff at what I've just said that. They've misjudged the public. You know why? You know why they've misjudged the public? Because we've heard the vileness come out of the mouths and the promises that many times now that it's falling on deaf ears, isn't it? We're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're doing this, we're doing that. We're not doing any of it. No, they're just paying us lip service and probably sat, yeah, they will be. They'll be sat laughing. I know. It's bad for me to say this, but they will be sat laughing at everybody because that's what they do. That's how bullies carry on, bullies. When it all comes out in the wash, people are going to be kissing my feet. They're going to say, okay, you was right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So till then, I'm just going to take you on a journey and just drip feed you. I'll just watch it unfold. Watch it unfold. Next few months. I mean, who's to even say Simon and Garner are even going to fight? Because I don't believe it. Nope. But we're going to see. If they do fight, well, they're shooting the centre foot. If they don't fight, they're shooting the centre foot for mouthing off about it. You see what happens when you back a liars and vagabonds, charlatans. Once they're backed into a corner, they don't know what to do, do they? They start acting like stupid, doing things off the cuff like this. When all's said and done, we're going to have to take Tyson Fury to that ring, kicking and screaming to fight Usyk. But none of you fucking media are going to say that, are you? Are IFL going to say it? No. Boxing Social? No. ID Boxing? Whatever they are, Boxing News, they've merged. Are they going to say, oh? No. I don't think they would. I think only one out of that lot that's got any knackers. There's probably Matt Christie. And maybe Umar might have a little pea knacker. He might have balls that it might be a little bit bigger than Marifat peas, John Fury's favourite peas. But that's about it. Even Umar, when he gets them on, shits his pants. I'm wondering about Umar, to be honest, and I'm wondering if he's ever going to have his head removed from Bricktop's arsehole. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Are you going to have it sorted, Umar? Make sure when you get it pulled out, you pull the tongue out first. All right, don't leave it till last. Get it pulled out first. Well, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So, but Fury Usyk. That's what we want. Tyson Fury against Usyk. One fight, one big man against a small man that's a midget or a rabbit and a middleweight and no good anyway. So they keep saying, so why don't you fight him? What's the point in fighting Ngannou and then fighting Usyk after that? Because you're not going to do that because your tools are not going to be sharp. So we're going to go through all that rigmarole that you need a couple of fights then because your tools are not sharp. So that takes us to Christmas 2024 after Fury's 1 or 2 warm-up fights. Is it going to be 2025 then? Because it just seems to be getting away further and further and further away. I mean, years ago, I remember listening to Bunsey's program, Monday Night with Bunsey, and he had Tyson Fury on after he'd sparred Joshua. This is, I don't know, probably 12 years ago, this 13 years ago. I'll tell you when it was, 2010. Right, all that time ago, right, and they've got Fury and talking about Joshua, and they were trying to hype it up and what and downline and all that. That's over 13 years ago, and they've not been in the same ring since. Because we're not talking, no fucking fighting, big fighting men. They don't fight. It's like the father. So they haven't fought. Joshua and Wilder haven't fought. Joshua and Ortiz didn't fight. Ergovic's in the same stable. They couldn't make that fight, could they? Hey, but they can serve us up Dylan White. They can make that one, can't they? That we've already seen twice before and he's shot to bits. They didn't want Ergovic though, did they? He's not got a dance partner, him. There's loads of fights they could make, but they're all choosing them. Do you know why? Because the cowards. Cowards. I want to know when IFL are going to put it on all these cowards. Got to do now. Surely IFL, the GAD and the rest of them have got to put it on Fury for the Ngannou carry on because they've all gone quiet. Oh, yeah. They've all gone missing. They've got to put it on that. Got to put it on Fury for Ngannou. I'm Bricktop. I'm not just talking about them tickling the feet on TalkSport. I'm on about you, Shower, at these press conferences. Yeah, all you lot. You know who you are. All you lot. All you who hang around Rico's arsehole when he goes to these York Hall weigh-ins. All your clan who hang around Rico and Terry. All you lot. With your press passers. I don't know your names. I'm not interested. But I know what you look like. All you lot with press passers. Let's see what you're about now. Asking Fury about Ngannou. Asking Bricktop about Ngannou. Asking Eddie Hills about the fights he's not putting on. Asking him about Canelo, why they fell out. Asking him why Dylan White were brought back in from the cold. Ask Eddie Hills who the fight were nearly done with before they jumped in with Dylan White. Because I heard they had nobody. So let's see all these questions asked. None of you are going to ask them, are you? None. They're all going to shit your pants. All you YouTubers with press passers, look at yourselves in the mirror. Look at yourselves. I mean, we keep hearing all this big noise about all these new YouTubers that are coming on scene that have got access and all this. And all I'm seeing is the lot of you tickling them with your tongue. Like that around the toes, tickling them and kissing the feet. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. Nobody's put it on, any of them. None of yous. All of you should be ashamed of yourself. They mind the big dogs, Steve Bunce and all that lot. Steve, well, we were like that, mate. Steve, don't go to interview Steve saying you're not happy about this and you're not interested, you don't want to know. I don't want to hear you saying that to some normal, boring YouTuber who's looking up to you starry-eyed, Steve. No. I want to see you with your mic, putting it on them. Putting it on your chums, your paymasters. That's what I want to see from you, Steve, and I like you. But you're going missing. You're going missing like the rest of them. They're going missing when they're needed. You people, you media guys, you're the fucking problem in boxing, not your fucking promoters. You lot are the problem because you're letting them get away with it. It can't be left to me and a few other handfuls of people to get stuck into these people because we're not going to get press passes, are we? Mine we took off me over before it got started for me after a month. But your lot have got access, so why are you not doing your jobs? Why are you sucking up to these people? Is it because you've got nothing else in your lives and you can't get a few quid from all else? Is that what it is? Because I want to see you lot ask proper questions. Because the majority of you are spineless. Spineless. When we're going to see some of you get these at these shows and see, what about this? What about that? They're all there at these shows. I see it all the time. I see Robert Smith walk by YouTubers and they daren't go near him. You have to give them security when I'm there. Well, ask them all up here. I tell you straight, when they see me, they bolt. Yeah. It's a bit deodorant I use, is it? I don't know. Well, it's true. So let's see these spineless lot start asking questions. That's what I want to see. I want to see proper questions. We don't want to see these spineless rats tickling their arseholes, talking about the favourite crisps, isn't that right, Coogan? When are you going to ask proper questions? And when are you going to admit to being Matchroom's in-house guy for the last 13 years, is it? When are you going to come out and admit it? And admit that you took money from Matchroom to work for them. Admit it. Admit that. Come out and admit it. But don't come out and say you're neutral. Don't do that, Coogan. We know what you are. You're a good interviewer. But you're spineless. Spineless. That's what you are. And nobody's going to say, oh, to rock the boat. Only me. There's me and a few of us. Got balls like that, haven't we? I mean, who's going to take me on at this boxing shower? Have you seen the state of them all? Have you seen the state of these people in boxing? Could you imagine some of these in boxing doing jail time? Could you imagine that? Some of these doing jail time. Ooh, hey? Could you imagine it? You wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to do it. You'd be like John Fury. You wouldn't be able to do it. You'd be kicking and screaming and banging doors all night like John Fury when he was doing his. Oh, he what? Isn't that right, Johnny boy? When he won't crying it knock in court, well, we all saw that, didn't we? My most popular video. Go and look at my most popular video now if you don't believe me. Yeah. Big fighting man, they don't fight, crying every night in jail, pop, pop, bang. We've heard. You'd be surprised what goes on behind 4 doors or 4 walls in prison. You'd be surprised about some of these. They couldn't do it. Could you imagine Flex Ingle doing jail? Couldn't do it. He could not do it whatsoever. Just like Nazim Hamid, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it in Donkey Charles. No. I had to keep him in reception all night, didn't they? They kept Nazim Hamid in reception all night. Nobody knows that, do they? Isn't that right, Brian Anderson, ex-Ingle fighter, prison governor at the time? Yeah, they put Naz down at reception when I worked in reception, yeah. True story. Pop, pop, bang on that one, eh? How come he's staying down here all night with his mates? Why is he not going on wing when everybody's dying to meet him from area? Yeah. He couldn't do it. Naz, Flex couldn't do it. He's even admitted he couldn't do it. None of them could do Bird. None of them. But I'd like to see all the rest of the boxing establishment, most of them. I'd like to see them all in Nick while I'm in there. Because there's been a few that have been to court in the last few years from boxing, innit? All shit in the pants. Fill in the nappies. Oh, we don't want to get any jail time, do we? That sorts them out, doesn't it? Jail time. All these big hard men going around filling people in. When they get some, can't do it. Can't do it. They can't do it. Special kind of person to do porridge. That's why I always give people respect. Who's been it, Nick? As long as it's not for out horrible, you know what I'm talking about. But I always say, you know what, they did it. Respect to them. I always go like that. Do you know why that is? I'll tell you why that is. I watched a program. I think I mentioned this before, and this kid summed it up. Paddy Conroy, you know, the Newcastle guy with patch on his eye. I seen him on a documentary, and I was in jail at the time, and I watched this documentary, and I said, he's just nailed it. It's like a big dark cloud over you, and if you can overcome that and smile, you'll get through it. If you can't, you won't. And I, you know, all these in boxing, I speak to Peter Fury about this all the time. So what about him? You know, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. We know who can do it. About 90% of them couldn't do it in boxing. Yeah, so that's about it really. We've had a rant, haven't we? Got a lot done today. To show you can if you get stuck in there. Okie dokie. Peace out. Keep on trucking, keep sporting boxing. I'm now going to go home and pick me teams that I'm going to put together for our Zooms that we're going to do. We're picking a few teams. We're going to have teams of 4. 3 teams of 4, I think. I'm just going to put my teams together now. Who's going to be the 9 that I choose or whatever? It's going to be hard, isn't it? Because there's going to be some left out, isn't there? So I'm going to try and get it so everybody can have a go. I'm not saying we're going to get them on all the time. I mean, we're all on getting me and somebody else on, aren't we? On time. You mind getting me and 3 others, but if anybody's interested and they've got good boxing knowledge and you think you can come and mix it with my lot who come on here, and you know who my lot are, don't you? Who the regulars are. If you can come and mix it or you want to be in the mix to get on, we can put your name in Tombola. We can put your name in Gary's Tombola from Welcome Estates and we'll draw it out. But I like to pick teams. We're not going to have a B team and a C team or a first, second and third because that won't be right. We're just going to pick 3 teams, I think. Well, that was 4, but if we can pick 3 teams and just and get them on, and sometimes we might need to borrow one person from another person because everybody's ships are different, aren't they? But I'm looking forward to it. It'll be Richard, Julian, me, Rico, Terry. Who else is there? John, from London. Second Emmings Rio, the Southern Geezer. He come back a couple of weeks ago. There's a few in there. Matt Skelton, the cabbie from Essex. There's him. There's Carl Wright. There's a few in them. There's, I don't know, there must be 15 or 16 at least to choose from out of the 60 that I've had on here in the last few years. So there must be 15 or 16. So, okie doke. So, all right. So peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep sporting boxing. Don't have nightmares. We'll get you on, Frank, from Bury, eh? What do you think? Might get to see you then. All right. We'll get your mate Dave on as well, Frank. Or Rick. We'll get him on. So we might even get some trainers on. Who knows? We'll have to start asking a few people. Get a few on and I'll ask a few people in industry if they want to come on. Mark Tibbs, Peter Fury, Joe Gallagher. If they want to come on and do a Zoom, we can ask, can't we? We'll ask Cobra, but he won't come on. He knows what I'm like. But we'll ask. We can ask them others if they want to come on. Or we can get a professional boxer on with us, and we can mix it all up a bit. The possibilities are endless. All right. Well, I'm excited about what we're going to do with channel. Looking forward to it. Got a text off Nick Manners. Oh, go on, lad. Right. So, okie dokie. Have a great evening. Peace out.